Hello everyone, this is Jansi. In this video, I am going to explain the concept of constructors. As we all know, constructors are the special features of the class Python, and these are identified by init. Here, init stimulates the class. Constructors are the type of constructors can create its own object. As we know, a normal class cannot create any type of its own object, but it is done when it is created by the constructor. And constructors should have at least one argument or parameter, and constructors are executed only once. And coming to its type, there are two types of constructors. One is default constructor and another one is parameterized constructor. Coming to the default constructors, in this we didn't choose any type of parameter and arguments. The constructor with no arguments is known as default constructors, and in parameterized constructors we use parameters and arguments. So let me give you the examples of these two. Here I am going to give the example of default constructor. Here I am taking my class name as employee, and I am defining a function def display of self. See, here I didn't use any type of parameter. I only write self, and now I am going to print a statement, print of inside display. And now I am going to assign this employee to EMP. EMP is equals to employee of. And now EMP dot display of. So see, let me explain you again. Here I take my class name as employee. I defined a function def of display of self. I printed a statement print of inside display, and I assigned this employee to the EMP. EMP is equals to employee of and EMP dot display of. Then we get the output as inside display. So this is the example for default constructor, and now I am going to give you the example for parameterized constructor. Here I am taking class circle, and I am going to give the pi value 3.14. See, I didn't assign this as parameter. I directly give this pi value, and now I am going to define the radius. See, here I write radius as parameter. Here I didn't write anything, self. Here self comma radius, and now self dot radius is equals to radius. Now I am going to define area, therefore area of. Now self dot area is equals to, we all know the area of the circle formula, circle dot pi star self dot radius star self dot radius. See, here I defined radius, and I give radius as a parameter, and here I defined area. So now I am going to assign the radius to an object. Object is equals to circle of 9. See, 9 is the value of radius that I assigned to an object. Now object dot area of. Okay, let me explain you again. Here I take my class name as circle and I give the pi value 3.14 and I define the radius diff of init of self comma radius. Here radius is the parameter that I have given and self dot radius is equals to radius, and here I defined area. Self dot area is equals to circle dot pi star self radius star self dot radius. You can use double star as exponential, so you can put circle dot pi star self radius star 2. Since double star means exponential, here I gave the value to the radius and I assigned it to the object and then object dot area of. So we can get the output like 254.503 and so on, some decimals. So you can see the difference between these two, right? This is default constructor and this is parameterized constructor. Here I didn't give any parameters. Here I give two parameters, radius and area. I defined the pi value, and that's it for this video. Thank you everyone.